So
I
I
feel the
think
best death bowling option they have at the moment is Morris. There's no one. There's no. I mean, Umesh, what we saw last year, what happened against Chennai, Dhoni, 26 runs
yeah,
in the bank,
yeah,
could have been anyone's game. To be honest, I mean, they were lucky that Parthiv got that run out. Otherwise,
yeah.
in the super over, you never know. So
Yeah, so I think they have three good options. They have Udana, they have Morris, and they have Saini as well. So it depends who they're going to pick now. They
absolutely. So
might even play all three.
they'll obviously go for one foreign all rounder, right? So they'll either go for Isuru Udana or they'll go for Morris. Now,
I
they
think Udana wouldn't be playing as an all rounder as such. He might be playing as a bowler who can bat a bit, like maybe a Washington Sundar, what he provides. I think Moin will be playing as a pure all rounder who can bat and give you 4 overs. So that way, I think Udana, even Morris for that matter, I don't think he's going to be batting too higher up the order. I think Moin will
yeah,
play before him, and Morris will
absolutely.
maybe come in at 7 or 8 to give a few hits at the end. So
If you saw the video that RCB released just after the auction, they were actually planning to go for Morris from the start. So
yeah.
I'm slightly confused that the best player, the most aimed player was Morris, and I mean that confuses me a little bit because Morris hasn't had the best BBL. He hasn't had the
Yeah,
best South African Premier League. I'm sure you must have watched it.
yeah.
So on what basis are you picking him? Like I'm not sure.
That's a good question. I think only the RCB franchise will be able to answer that because Morris is definitely out of form. He's definitely bowling around the mid 130s, maybe touching 140s, and his batting is also now deteriorated over the
Yeah,
years. So I really don't know why. Maybe if they would have gotten for a lower price, then it would have made sense. But being the most aimed player was a bit surprising,
yeah,
actually.
exactly. I mean,
Um,
Finch was a no-brainer, obviously, because you need some experience at the top, and them aiming for
yeah.
that made sense. I mean, to an extent, but Morris, that confuses me. Udana also, to an extent, it makes sense. Um,
Yeah, I think Udana was was a pretty decent buy. But yeah, Morris is it's quite
do you think
surprising.
they were going for Cummins at one point, right? So do you think they should
Yeah,
have gone up to if they went up to 14 crores or something or 15 crores or whatever it was above the actual
yeah,
price that he was sold at? Uh,
yeah.
would that have made more sense than going for two lower quality all rounders or two low
No, I
quality death
think
bowlers,
no,
right?
I think they shouldn't have gone for Pat Cummins. I think even 15.5 crores is a too much. Is too much for him because he is mainly a test bowler. He's not that good in the T20s. Like he's played in the IPL before. He's played for Delhi, and he hasn't been that good. He's played for KKR as well, so he's not a special T20 player. He'll give you a few matches, but I don't think he deserves 15.5 crores. And that's only one player. So I think picking Morris over Pat Cummins made a lot more sense.
Just a
Obviously,
little
if it was a
just a different perspective though. Like you can rather go for if you're indecisive about who you're gonna pick, like
hmm,
Morris. I don't know, it's a baseless pick, but instead of picking guys who haven't done well in the recent past, you this is just a different perspective. This is not my
yeah,
perspective, but
yeah,
you would rather go for someone who you know is definitely had a good season or a good set of matches previously, and you're decisive about picking him. That okay, he's done well. Let's pick him. Let's go for him regardless
yeah,
because we need one experienced top line bowler. So let's go for
yeah.
Morris instead of two other baseless picks. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
um,
so I think from RCB's perspective, I think their top level bowler is Stein. I think they consider him to
yeah.
be their top. So I don't think they would pick Pat Cummins as well then because I can't see Pat Cummins and Dale Steyn playing
But that
together because
strengthens
then
their bowling like anything.
I know, but then like I said that they're going to be playing Finch, ABD, and Moeen Ali. So then how do you fit in Pat Cummins
That's
and Dale Steyn?
that hampers their
So
balance a little bit in terms of having that all rounder in the middle.
right, right, and even I think the batting, it's all about team combination, and I think RCB still haven't decoded the right team combination and right balance. They're still struggling with it, I feel, and I think this season as well they're gonna have a tough time. I think obviously if like Virat Kohli has that 973 run
I
season
doubt it's gonna
again,
happen.
then maybe if one of the players in the team has that, they might qualify. But going all the way, I don't think it's very possible. I see them in the bottom four of the table personally.
I personally feel it all comes down to the dead bowling and
Right.
how the players they've backed so far in the auction, how they deliver and how they come to the
Yeah.
fore. Because you can pick all you want, but if they don't deliver on the day, it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter how big the name is or how much he's gone for. So, I
And
mean,
a lot will depend on the Indian bowlers as well, because they've been with RCB now for 3 or 4 years now.
yeah,
If you look at Chahal, Saini, Umesh, so I think they also need to step up, because if because they've had enough experience now, they've been playing for a few years, so definitely they would learn from their mistakes, and it's a lot of pressure will be on them also to perform, because they've been back. These are a few of the players who actually have been back.
absolutely.
So I think them
Especially Umesh
delivering is
Yadav, it's
also.
high time, yeah. Umesh Yadav, it's high time that he starts delivering consistently. I feel Umesh Yadav is one of those bowlers who, on his day, he can rattle anyone, but when it's not his day, it's one of the normal days. He gets back like anything, all
I
around
think
the
Dale
park.
Steyn and Umesh Yadav are pretty similar in that aspect right now. Dale Steyn and Umesh Yadav, they both are superb with the new ball. They'll get you a couple of wickets, but then when they have to bowl in the middle overs or at the death, I think they're quite expensive. And obviously, if there's is that day, I think they're going to get you three or four. Two combined, they might even get you 4 wickets on your day.
Yeah.
But to be consistent, like you said, is the major factor. And I think the Indian bowlers for RCB really need to stand up, because they're going to be playing a lot of foreign batsmen. So the pressure then and the onus comes on the Indian bowlers to perform.
Okay. Okay. A little bit of a structural change in RCB with Mike Essen and Simon Katich at the top. They've literally
Yeah,
restructured the way the team looks now. So, what is your view on that? Do
yeah.
you think that will change the way RCB really the ambience within the team? Do you think that can bring about a change?
It's quite possible actually. Like recently, RCB released a video showing that they were having a video call or something, and Mike Hassan and Virat Kohli, I think it was a team bonding session,
Yeah,
and they were talking about how if someone breaks the bubble, they're going to be letting the whole team and the whole competition down. So that way, I think they've already started a bit of team bonding. So I think there's definitely a change. I think Mike Hassan is a fantastic coach. Like I've seen him during commentary, and the points that he gives are quite valid and they make a lot of sense. So I think definitely there can be good changes around RCB, but I think it comes to the same thing, how their bowling attack performs. Because even if you have the best coach in the world, if you're not able to perform for your team, then even the coach can't do anything, right?
to
Because
be
the coach is
fair,
off the field. In the field, the players have to perform.
Mike Hessen brings quite a lot of a comfort factor as well as this sort of a peaceful. He creates a peaceful atmosphere. That's what I feel. He emanates this positive energy,
Yeah,
which especially for young players is helpful because when you're
right, right.
young and you're not done well for your team, you can't look up to the likes of Virat Kohli and go up to them for help. Let's be honest
Yeah,
here. Uh, you've not done well for the team. You haven't delivered. You haven't stood up to the expectations. I think Mike Hessen is the type of guy you can, as a youngster, you can actually go up to and talk about what you could have improved, what was the problem, why you couldn't deliver. These are the things you can actually discuss with a personality like him, and that
yeah.
could definitely be a positive. I feel.
Yeah, I agree with you. And another point that came into my mind was that because of the reputation that Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers have, that they're going to win the games for us. I think the other players in the team sometimes feel that, because they feel that Virat and ABD will win them the game. So
Yeah.
then that belief within them is sometimes not coming out, that they can also win the game for the team. So when Virat and ABD maybe get out cheaply, then I don't think the team has that belief in them that they can win.
It doesn't, but
Uh,
I hope the team management instills that little bit of faith
yeah,
in them because it's very
hopefully
important.
Mike is, yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Because if until the players don't believe from within, it will not materialize into actual execution.
yeah,
So it's important that from within the Virat Kohli, the team management, the leadership group, they instill within the players the Indian lot that you are on
yeah,
match winners. You play every single game from 1 to 14 if we reach the final. So that should be
correct.
clear within a player's mind before they go out
Right.
and actually. So if they have a bad game, if they try something new, and it doesn't work out, they have it in their minds that okay, I failed this game, I
Yeah,
have more games to come, and I will deliver in
Yeah.
those games because team is showing a lot of faith in me. But if you tell them you have got one game, you deliver what you have, and as a young player you
Yeah.
go and deliver what you've learned in Ranji cricket or whatever it is, and it doesn't turn out, then it's a loss for them, for the team.
So I think that way they can look up to Delhi Capitals and what Ricky Ponting has done for their team. So I was looking at a couple of the interviews, and a lot of the players have said that Ricky Ponting backs all of us. Even if we have a bad game, he will not berate us in any way. He will just tell us to play a natural game. So that way, if you see how they've, considering in 2018, I think they came last or around that, and considering they came third this year. So
Yeah.
and the change in the team wasn't that much. The squad was pretty much similar. So I think a lot of credit goes to the coaching staff there for backing the players, even if they made mistakes during 2018 season. They learned from that, and now you can see how well they're performing. Like if you see Shreyas, Ayan, Prithvi Shaw, their core is very strong because they've been backed all along. So that way now you can see the results of good backing and good coaching as well.
For all you guys who have been waiting a long time to see the final 11 that we've come up with, here it comes. So what we'll be doing is I'll be giving one player. He'll be giving a player of his preference that he feels should be playing, should make his place in the playing 11. So I start off with Aaron Finch at the top.
Yeah, then Virat, no. If Aaron Finch is opening, then I think Parthiv Patel,
Okay.
keeper batsman. Yeah.
Now number 3, right? Oof.
Has to be Virat Kohli.
Oh yeah, Virat Kohli and Virat Kohli obviously.
Yeah.
Virat Kohli and De
Yeah.
Villiers make the place regardless of what we say.
That's, yeah.
So,
3 and 4 are fixed.
so Virat Kohli, you said AB De Villiers. Now I say
Right.
Gurkirat Singh Maan. I say Gurkirat Singh Maan.
So that's 5. I think 6, Moeen Ali.
Moeen Ali. So we have 3 overseas done.
Yeah.
Right? Now I can't pick Morris obviously. So I go with Washington Sundar because you need a spinner in Dubai. So I'll go with Washington.
And he bats as well. So
Yeah,
I
he
think
bats.
that's a good pick.
So yeah, it's a good pick.
7. Then 8, I think Navdeep Saini because he can also bat. And
We saw in New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah, he can he can hit a few runs. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if your batting comes to 8 anyway in a T20 game, you've already lost. So
Yeah.
the major chunk of your batting has to be done by the top 6 or 7.
So
So
what are
Saini,
we? 8, right?
we've 8 Saini, yeah.
Okay, so I go with Stain, 9.
Okay, so that's our 4 overseas done. So 9 and then 10 would be 10, 11 Chahal and then your other Indian fast bowler.
Umesh Yadav.
Umesh Yadav, but then how many spinners do we have? We have Chahal, we have
and Chahal. That's it. And Moeen Ali.
Moeen Ali. You have 3 and then you have 3
balanced
players.
squad, actually. It's a very
It's quite good. Yeah, so then you have Umesh, Saini and Stain. So yeah, pretty good. And then if you need, then Gurkirat can also bowl a few over.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
and pace also you have Saini, Umesh and Stain. So you have a decent amount as well.
Right. We have 6, 7 options.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, that was our playing 11. Let us know what you thought of this 11. Should there have been any other players included? Please do let us know down below. And yeah, guys, that's it from me. Thank you, Neil, for joining me today on this podcast. Hope to see you in many further episodes. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.